Stopping that right on the dime. Hey everybody, good afternoon. It's Thursday afternoon here in Western North Carolina. Get your water. I'm pretty thirsty today, so let's drink up to having fun on a Thursday afternoon with yours truly. Here we go. Oh, that was good. We all need a little drink of water. Okay, folks. You know, a long time ago, Robert and I were hiking, and he had this great pace going. And he would like to hear a song in his head when he was hiking. And I had a song going in my head, and I said, "What song are you singing in your head?" And he said, "Look for the Union label." And it was a commercial on TV. And I was singing the same song, but I was singing the real song, "Look for the Silver Lining." And that's kind of what our show is going to be about today, is look for that silver lining in everything that happens. Poor Liz, she's got to have surgery again, and she's been crying, and just love her up, everybody. Just give her a great old big hug. Her knee has locked up from scar tissue, and it hasn't been that long since she had surgery. So they've got to fix that on Tuesday, so please keep Liz in your prayers. But I said, we've got things to be thankful for. And the things we've got to be thankful for is your physical therapist found the problem, and you had a doctor's appointment scheduled. So here you are, you're going to get it fixed, and we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. So we have to look, I got my hair did yesterday. We have got to look for that silver lining all the time, because it's there. It's, if you can change it around. I know I like to watch The Walking Dead, and many years ago there was a person on The Walking Dead who'd had a lot of problems, but that was one of his things that he liked to do. It was to look for the good in everything. And I like to watch a movie called Pollyanna, and preachers of that day, of that time of the movie, like the early 1900s, they were hellfire and brimstone. They would preach from the pulpit. But she said her father was a preacher, and they had got, her parents had been killed in an accident. And she had told him, to look for the glad passages in the Bible and not preach all the hellfire and brimstone. So he looked up all the good passages in the Bible, looking for the good things, looking for the good. So there's good in everything. You just got to find it. You just got to keep searching for it. Yes, I love Pollyanna. I put the prisms in my window, and my whole, in the mornings I get up and I walk into the living room after I'm dressed in my shoes, because I wear boots that zip up and I can't get them off. And my whole living room is in rainbows. Just beautiful rainbows, spectrums on the floor, on the ceiling, twinkling all over. And it makes me happy. My Pollyanna rainbows. So folks, we gotta look for the silver lining. We got to keep looking for that silver lining, even when all is bad. But we can look for the good, and we can be thankful. We can be thankful. And we can thank our Father in heaven for the goodness that he sends our way. So let's look for that silver lining. Let's share our gratitude with others. I mean, right now, down at the end of my driveway, I got the prettiest tree blooming you have ever seen in your whole life. And it is a wild cherry tree. And it just, the smell, and you stand under it when it's a warm afternoon, you can stand under it and you can hear You can hear the little bees buzzing in the blooms. I don't know what somebody's fussing about The Walking Dead, but sometimes you just gotta walk away. Okay, I don't get it. Why in the world is The Walking Dead so popular? Well, it's a story of being able to survive after an apocalypse. And it's a human nature story. And it's a lot of, I've been watching it now for 9 years. Well, I don't think I watched the first year. Justin told me about it the second year, but we got caught up. But it's just, I like apocalyptic stories and survival and being able to, as one of the characters, look for the silver lining. See what you can do to help others. And that's where they are right now in The Walking Dead. Seeing what they can do to help others and keep society going. So I bet you didn't know that about me, that I am a Walking Dead fan. You know, if I could dress up as anybody, it'd be Carol. I'd dress up as Carol. Now she's got long hair. I don't like the long hair, but I liked it when she had short hair. Okay, folks, we got questions. So let's commit to looking for the silver lining and then being thankful for that. And maybe just writing down 5 things each night that you're thankful for. My nephew Ben, he has a gratitude journal. And in his gratitude journal, the other day he wrote that he was thankful for me. You know, he's my nephew. Finding the little things. And because I send him a little money each month, he's able to buy food in the commissary that is helping him with losing weight. He's learning how to eat the low carb way, and he's understanding his carbs. And so he was thankful for me teaching him about eating low carb, keto, whatever you want to call it. It's low carb to me. And understanding that our comfort food is all carbs. It's all carbs. So he was thankful for that. So he's in prison, but he's still able to be thankful for the little things. Just the little things. Okay, I got questions here. First question. After I decluttered, there are still things in my room that I want to keep, but I don't really have a place to take them, to put them away yet. What do I do until the space is ready for them? Okay, this is fun. Now, the secret to decluttering and putting is when you pick up something, put it where it's supposed to go. Now, you may not have a place for it yet, but you kind of know where it's going to be. Let's just say if you're collecting all the pictures in your house, designate an empty drawer somewhere. Yes, you can empty out a drawer. And you can put all those pictures that you find as you're decluttering in that drawer. You know where they've got to go. Or you get it close. If you know it's going to go in your closet, put it in your closet and grab 2 or 3 things out of your closet to declutter. It's like a reverse scavenger hunt. And you're going to get it near where it needs to be so that when you organize that area. Now remember, you can't organize clutter. Once you get the clutter out of there, you can position things where you can find things. This is a great way to do it. One time I designated a Rubbermaid tub. Well, it was a sweater box that slid under the bed that was right here where I'm sitting. And that's where I put all my geek stuff. Cords, power cords, charging cords, headphones, all kinds of stuff. That's where I put it. And then when I got through sorting through all the different rooms after a month, I went to that geek box and then I decluttered that geek box. And then I could see exactly what I had that I wanted to keep. It was that easy. So getting rid of clutter and when we're in that room, so this week we're in the living room. This morning I've been burning boxes in the fireplace. We had boxes that Kenlyn was in. I got some things in from Amazon yesterday, and boxes need to be burned. I had a box in the kitchen sitting in a chair that I had my cookbook on and my kitchen control journal, and I burned it. I'll get another box when it comes time to do a lot of cooking. All right, Kay, I'm glad you caught us live. I sent out a message early today so you could do that. I hope y'all got the message. But that's fun. Getting the clutter out, and then you can go back through the next month and organize the different areas that's where you want things. I've got a closet right here that's got my favorite things in it, but it's my office closet. And it's got everything I need in there. It's got my notepads, all my past notepads, everything's in there, and I can find things. So all you gotta get it in a space, and then you got to organize that space later, and the next month, not forever later like we're used to doing. Okay. What do you use on your good wood furniture? Well, if it's real dusty, I will take a damp silver rag or purple rag, just damp, and wipe things down. Then I let it dry, and then that way you can use your feather duster a little every day, and it will stay clean. You never have to see dirt again. And right now, our silver rags are on half price, $7.47. So get them now. The same fabric as our purple rags. Same fabric. But they're just a different color. Because I like silver. It matches my hair, don't you think? Okay, this is going to be a tough one. Get ready? I think we need some water right now. Maybe we need a song. I'm going to play another song. Because songs are happy songs. And songs make us feel good. We're going to do our little slow and steady song. Every time I see slow and steady, I think about the parable or the fable of the tortoise and the hare. So we're going to go slow and steady. This is a soft, calming song. And I just want, I got some sweet tea in the living room. In the refrigerator. Now, I don't want sweet tea. I want regular tea. Here we go. Yeah, this is calming. Take a little break. Let's kind of breathe a little bit. All day I rush around, but I'm still on the ground, on the ground. I'll soon be fluttering if I can find my wings. Wow. I forget how beautiful that song is. It is just absolutely, it blesses me. And I'm so thankful to Amy for writing it for us. Because we're playing our music. This isn't somebody, somebody could try to report us for playing somebody else's music. This is our music. We own this music along with Amy. And if I play Eric's songs, he gave me permission to play them. I produced the album. Okay. This is going to be a good one. How do we handle when someone unknowingly shames us for not being able to do things like most people because of health problems or disability? Well, you got to forgive them. They unknowingly did it. They don't know that you're having problems. They don't know unless you tell them. So you have to forgive them and let it go. That's really all you can do. You can't change them. All you can do is to change the way you react to them. And you may have to explain what's going on with you. Share your difficulties with others. And your burden will be spread among many people and not just you holding it in. My blood pressure lowers with that song too. My heart rate went down. Just because someone can't do things the same way as others doesn't mean that just because they do it differently is wrong. Yes, I agree with that. There's a million ways to mop a floor, not just the way I tell you. And we've been taught by our parents to do things right. If you can't do it right, don't do it at all. Well, what we did was we believed them. And when we tried to do it our way or a different way or a way we thought was more efficient, we got told to do it the right way. Well, there is no right way. There's just a lot of ways. And you can have fun mopping a floor with a Fly Lady mop, or you can put some water down on the floor and put the kids in their bathing suits and put some baby shampoo down on the floor and let the kids do slip and slide with some old dish towels. And boy, are you going to have a clean floor. So the only wrong way to do a floor is to not do it. Housework done incorrectly still blesses your family. Even if it's wrong, it's still better than it was by not doing it. So let's quit procrastinating and do something. Even if it's wrong, it's better than nothing. But you can't change them. You can only change the way you react to them. Okay, here's something I don't do. I only have one curtain in my whole house, and it's right there. And I have to have that, or I get too much sun in here. But the rest of my house, I have no curtains. No curtains. So we live on a mountain. We're in the middle of 10 acres of trees. Nobody can see our house from the road. And this question is, what is the best way to wash curtains? And I probably wouldn't wash them. I'd probably just throw them away because they were $10. If they get really dirty, you can vacuum curtains to get the dust out of them. You can run them through the dryer and fluff them up. Curtains don't really get dirty, they get dusty. So you might need to take them out and hang them up on a clothesline and let them get aired out. And beat them probably with a broom or a mop handle or something. But you don't have to wash them. Now, if you want to wash them, you can fill the bathtub with water and just dunk them down in the water. But I would still take them outside and either vacuum them or shake them real good. And another way to do it, if you wash them, iron them while they're wet. I learned this from sewing. Iron them while they're wet and you get all the wrinkles out of them, and then you can hang them up. And they'll dry hanging up on your curtain rods. How did you get started in this venture? Well, that's a weird story. Back in 1999, I had spent that whole year getting organized. I had tried to figure out on January 1st what was wrong with me. You know, I made that New Year's resolution to get organized, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't keep house. It just kept eating away at me, and it was driving me nuts. And here I was going to become a county commissioner in a few weeks, and I didn't want the men on the board of commissioners to realize that I was a messy housekeeper. So I set out on New Year's Day with all my Pam and Peggy cards. And I didn't just have a little 3x5 card box. I had a tray that was 18 inches long. It had over 500 cards in it, a bunch of dividers. And I looked at all these cards and I thought, well, I can't do this. I just can't do this. I tried to figure out why the system had never worked for me for very long. And so that day, standing in front of my avocado green counter and my copper tone stove, I set out to figure out why it didn't work. So I started sorting the cards, and I sorted them into piles, daily, weekly, and monthly. And then I took those cards and I saw I had a stack of 50 cards just for daily stuff that had to be done. And I'm thinking, I can't do that. So I said, I'll make a list. How many of you like to make lists? Raise your hand. Like to make lists. Give me some thumbs up if you like to make lists. Well, I made a list, and it was the front and back of a whole sheet of paper. Whole sheet of paper. And at that point, I said, I'm overwhelmed. Before I ever got started, I was ready to throw the baby out with the bathwater before I ever kicked off New Year's Day. What we have in the South, we have an old saying that says, whatever you do on New Year's Day, you're going to do every day for the rest of the year. Well, you don't do laundry, you don't do dishes, you don't cook, you don't clean house, because you don't want to do that every day. But if you do it every day, your house is going to be wonderful. So it's kind of weird. It's just a negative way of looking at things. But if you did it, it'd be great. So I stood up with these cards, and I put them in these piles and made this list. And then it hit me what was wrong. I had never established a habit of any of those cards. I didn't have an order for doing them. I didn't have a routine. And so I set out to pick one item because I was going to try to do 50 items. If one was good, 50 were better. But that's not how it works. That's not how it works. So, here's what I did. I picked one item. And I picked an item that was a bone of contention. Robert and I had only been married a couple of years. And we've been married 22 years now. And he had asked me, when we first got married, I would leave dishes soaking in the sink. You know, the mystery water, things floating on top, the dirty dishes. He said, if you'll just leave one side of the sink open, I'll make you coffee every morning. Well, guess what? He made me coffee this morning, and he has made me coffee practically every day for the last 22 and a half years. How sweet is that? Isn't that wonderful? And we had new coffee this morning. We got a brand new coffee from a company I hope that you will check out. It's by a bunch of veterans. Yep, called Black Rifle Coffee Company. Black Rifle Coffee Company, I think. Somebody look up a link, see if I got it right. blackrifle.com. And we got a variety pack, and we tried it this morning, and oh my goodness, it was really good. It was great coffee. And we'll try, Robert's taking notes on which we like the best. It was amazing. But back to my habit. I I decided that day that I would make the habit for January is to keep my sink clean and shiny. It would make my husband happy. It would make me happy. It would make it easier on me because I wouldn't be behind the 8 ball to get started cooking dinner. It was wonderful. So I took about 2 hours. I filled my sink up. Now, our sink at that time, Robert had built the house in 75 and it was 1999. So the sink was 25 years old. And Robert's first wife was just as messy as I was. Sue was too. So and we have hard water. So I had to take a chisel to this sink. It's like scraping the tartar off your teeth, except I had to scrape the sink around the edges and around the faucets. And oh my goodness, I got it clean. I scrubbed it really well. I rinsed it really well. I filled it up with hot water and put some bleach water in it, and whoo, that sink was shining like a brand new penny. And when you have a sink that makes you smile like that, you don't want to put a dirty dish in it. So what I had to do was empty my dishwasher. So the habit of keeping the sink clean and shiny perpetuated me into emptying the dishwasher. So I had a dirty dish disposal unit. And then I got the counters cleaned off and I got rid of the clutter on the counters. And before I knew it, my sink and my kitchen, and it was a little one-butt kitchen, but it was still beautiful. It had a yellow floor, and that floor was absolutely sparkling. By the end of the month, the shiny sink was contagious to the rest of the house. And so that's how Fly Lady kind of started. I didn't have a Fly Lady to help me. I just had me looking at it. And then after I decided to pick a new habit each month. Well, a one-butt kitchen is, your kitchen's only big enough for one person at a time. It's a little kitchen. You can stand in front of the sink and you can't have really anybody beside you. That's how small our kitchen was. Yes, I said one-butt kitchen. So the next month, I started decluttering. I started with one room and then the next room, and I just started getting rid of clutter. I did a 27 fling book. I was reading 2 books at the time, and I like to read 2 books at one time. But one of them was 9 Steps to Financial Freedom, and the other one was 101 Ways to Feng Shui Your House. And in one book, it talked about moving 27 things, throwing away 25 things at one, running through your house and gathering up 25 things to throw away. And then it talked about 25 things to give away. Getting things out of your house. You really don't need that much stuff. I like to play a game. If I downsize, what would I keep? You know, if I moved into a tiny house, what would I keep? So I got rid of so much clutter. That's how the 27 Fling Boogie was born. The next month was getting dressed to lace up shoes every day. I got me a $6 pair of Keds. And you know, yesterday I saw a little lady at the beauty shop who had on a little $6 pair of Keds, and she just looked adorable. She was getting her hair done, and it just looked so cute on her hairdo and her little white Keds. But that's what I bought myself, a $6 pair of Keds to wear. And it was wonderful. So in April, it was the first time I ever wrote anything because my house was clean. I was getting things done, and when the kitchen is clean, it's contagious to the rest of the house. And it was just, the results were phenomenal for me. And it just changed my life. So I wrote an essay. It really wasn't an essay, it was an outline on different ways to get organized. And it was just this clever little outline I did. I could probably find it. I don't even remember the name of it anymore. And I wrote that and I posted it on a message board, and people started asking me for advice. That's how this venture started. And then that was 1999, and those of you who are old enough to remember this, it was the year of the world is going to fall apart because of Y2K, because the computers are going to not turn over to 2000. It was going to be the date. And that was the apocalypse was supposed to happen. And it's better to be prepared than not be prepared, and it happened. So Robert and I got prepared. We did the whole survivor stuff, and we were ready, and I was organized, and the house was clean, and the clutter was gone, and we had just what we needed. And it was fun. It was fun to have a purpose. And on December the 6th, December 7th, I think it was. What's D-Day? Not D-Day, Pearl Harbor Day. Whatever day, I think it's December 7th. On December the 7th, the message board was going to be putting a security feature in. And in that security feature, they were going to be having cookies where the computers would, the website would remember that you had been there and you had signed up. And so you would have to sign up and sign in and have a username and a password and all this stuff. Well, this one lady, her husband didn't want her to get any cookies on her computer. I really think it was an angel. I just, as I think back, I never knew who it was. She asked if I would start an email group where she could get emails from me. And I didn't think twice, because my house was clean. I was organized. I was a county commissioner. I was going to committee meetings. I had a calendar that was full. And I immediately went to what was Yahoo Groups now. It was something called OneList. I set up this group, and the first day, 10 people signed up. Next day, there were 25. In a month, there were 100. And I'm thinking, okay, God, I don't know what you got planned here. But you know, I started answering emails, spending 18 hours a day answering emails from people. The system sort of evolved into, we broke our house down into zones, and it just all evolved. And now we have 630-something thousand that follow us on Facebook. We have that like us on Facebook. We have another 500-something thousand that follow us on Facebook. We have 300,000 in an email group. We have apps. We have, you name it. We're on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. We're everywhere. We can help you fly. Yep, Yahoo Groups is gone now. It's so sad. They just went to the fake news end of the business and just let the groups go away. Just didn't care. But we got Constant Contact now. We had to start paying for our emails to go out. So I have to pay a lot of money every month for the emails to actually go out. And the emails are the power behind what we do. It's not, you just can't learn it by osmosis. You just can't learn it by osmosis. It's got to be in front of your face all the time. And emails do that. And if you haven't been getting our emails, sign up and get our emails. And have them come to your phone. So when they come to you, I try to pick up my phone. My phone's right there. But have them come to your phone, and then they're spread out during the day. There's an Ask Fly Lady question. There's amusing. There's probably an email with announcements or our sales that are going on. And yes, we do have to promote some things, but guess what? It pays the people the money. We live in a wonderful, wonderful country where we can sell a product and we give away a product. But selling our tools gives us an ability to pay people to help me, like Patty and Delia's here, working every day to help me help you. And all the people at the shop and our computer geek that's down in South Carolina. I mean, he keeps us safe, and I'm so thankful he keeps our website safe. Because today, my passwords got compromised, and he helped me figure out how my passwords got compromised. Yep, it was Marriott. So I went over to the Marriott site, Marriott.com, and sure enough, the first thing they asked me was to change my password because their passwords had all been stolen 2 years ago, and they just now told us about it. So that's ugly. So, yeah, this is how it all works. So if you use Marriott.com to book hotel rooms or anything, you need to go change your passwords right now. It never hurts to rotate them around every once in a while. But that's how Fly Lady started. I immediately started that group, and then it evolved from one list to e-groups, and then it became Yahoo groups, and then in 2012 we moved over to Constant Contact, and we've practically been there ever since. We moved one time when I was having problems with Constant Contact. Everybody drink up. Okay. That's how Fly Lady started. And that was almost 20 years ago. At the end of this year, it will be 20 years. Did you know time flies when you're having fun? I don't know where these last 20 years have gone. No clue. No clue. But I know I've had a lot of fun. And I know I've helped a lot of people, and I'm doing, and I have done what God put me here to do. And when you can say, you know that deep down in your heart, if God took you tonight, you have fulfilled your purpose on this earth. Okay, I think I need another drink of water. How often do we wash our purple cloths? When they get dirty. That's why I have several sets of them. I have purple and silver and bronze. I have about 3 sets of purple, 2 sets of silver, and the bronze one I use as armrest on my chair in the living room. When they get dirty, you wash them. When they get dirty, wash them. I have a hamper that I keep in my laundry room. Now, I always let them dry before I put them in the hamper. And I wash my purple cloths with my mop cloths. And I get a small load and maybe 6 or 7 cloths and 2 or 3 mop cloths, and it's wonderful. You just wash them. You can hang them up and let them dry. You don't even have to run them through the dryer. Just don't use any fabric softener. Okay. The next thing we're going to do, the next question, is how do I teach my kids to help fold clothes? When I show them, they get wadded up in a ball. It's probably because, as she says, maybe I'm just being a perfectionist. Yes, you are. Here's what you can do. You can either teach your kids how to hang the clothes up on a coat hanger, which is pretty easy. Or, I've given the links to Liz to put in here. There is a link to WikiHow or something. but it's a little folding board. I've got one in the basement. I should have brought it up here to show you. But it's 3 sections. And you lay your shirt flat. But Liz will put a link in here for you. You lay your shirt flat on this board and you go flip one side, flip the other side. So it's a straight line. And then you flip the bottom up. And there you have a folded shirt. And it's just as pretty as if it were in a department store on a shelf. They use those things all the time to fold t-shirts and things so they look pretty. And then some lady will go through them and pull them all apart, which is awful. But you get the gist. It's a fun, kids like to do it. And children's clothes are smaller and you can make one of these yourself with some duct tape and pieces of cardboard. They're on Amazon. I found them for small shirts and bigger adult shirts. And it's easy to do, but you could 3 pieces of, it's 2 side pieces, 1, 2, 3, and then you're gonna cut the middle one in half and put duct tape on it, and so that it's got a hinge. It's a great little tool, and the kids will think it's so much fun. We don't talk about that Marie woman in this group, y'all. We don't talk about her. Or, here's another thing you can teach the kids to do. You fold the sides over, and then you roll them up, like you would roll up a towel or something. And you put everything in little rolls. It's called a flip and fold. That's cute. But they're on Amazon. You can get both sizes for about $30. There it is. YouTube video. It's not a YouTube video that I found that Liz is going to post. Yep. It's just a cute way. And the kids will be so proud of it. It's just so proud. Okay, folks. Are there any more questions? Don't be a perfectionist when it comes to getting the kids to help. Don't do that. Because you're just going to push them away. They're going to think it's awful. I mean, I've told this story before about this little 8-year-old girl, and she was helping mommy fold clothes, and she grabbed her daddy's underwear and she was going to fold it up. And mommy says, "I'll fold daddy's underwear." And she put her little hands on her hips and she said, "Well, I might as well learn how because I'm going to be doing it for the rest of my life." Where does a child hear that? From a mommy that's whining. So don't give that to your children. Let the kids help. Little kids can fold washcloths. Little kids can fold shirts with this little. They can do it. You just got to let them. You just got to let them. And not get all caught up in the perfectionism. You can lay the kids' shirts and shorts and pants out and fold them on top of each other and put the socks in there and roll them up. Whole outfit together in a little tube. There's some fun videos on YouTube on how to fold clothes. You just got to look for them. And they love to help. They love to take laundry to the basement. They love to put clothes in the wash machine. They like to transfer clothes from the washer to the dryer. They like to fold clothes. They like to hang clothes up. They like to put them away if you let them. How do you shorten a very long list of things to do? Well, you might not shorten it, but you could break it down into 3 lists. 3 lists. And then play Fly Lady Bingo. Make a list of 6 things. Prioritize them. Like 6 things that need to be done today. And then 6 things that can be done tomorrow. And 6 things the next day. And then have your little tiles or your little pieces of paper 1 through 6. Or roll a dice. However you do it. And pick a number and then look at your list numbered 1 through 6 and just go through it and do it. If you make the list too long, you're piling on. You're being ugly to yourself. And see, that was another thing that I learned on that New Year's Day. I was beating myself up because I couldn't get it done. And it was too much and I was overwhelmed. And I was beating myself up. And I realized I needed to make another New Year's resolution. And that was to be kind to me. Because when you're kind to me, when you're kind to yourself, you don't need anybody else to beat you up. You don't need to pile on. So let's be good to ourselves. Let's be good and kind to ourselves. We can do this. We really can. Okay, folks. Somebody's asking to play the cleanup song. Okay, everybody get a drink of water. And we're going to end the show with the cleanup song, y'all. This is a good song. The kids love it. I got to find it. I got to find it. It's on Up Kinda Day. There it is. Okay, everybody. It's time to clean up. And I'll see you tomorrow. Be sure and write down 5 things you're thankful for. You ready? Here we go. That's the wrong song. Uh-oh.
We're done with life, let's do it. Time to clean this mess up. Hey everybody, it's time to clean up. Everybody clean up. Choose a toy to pick up. We're done with life, let's do it. It's time to clean this mess up. Clean up, everybody clean up. Choose a toy to pick up. We're done with life, let's do it. It's time to clean this mess up. Clean up, everybody clean up. Clean up, let's all go clean up. Clean up, everybody clean up. Choose a toy to pick up. We're done with life, let's do it. It's time to clean this mess up. Clean up, everybody clean up. Choose a toy to pick up. We're done with life, let's do it. It's time to clean this mess up.
1 minute left.
Everybody clean up.
Let's see how fast we can finish.
Clean up,
I've got this one.
let's all go clean up.
It's looking better already.
Yeah!
We can do it. Look, we almost stopped. This is fun.
Yeah!
You're doing great. This won't take long. We can do it. Way to go.
Good job. I'm so proud of you.
Clean up, clean up, let's all clean up. Clean up, clean up, let's all go clean up.
Let's go play.
Let's go and play. See y'all later.